Welcome to Alley Park's Nature Center and another episode of Nature Tales presented by Lancaster Parks and Recreation. So I've asked Laura to bring Bertha out here, and I will let Laura tell you a little bit about Bertha.
Hi there. Bertha is an American toad. She's a pretty big toad. She's our captive toad that we have at Alley Park. When you find a toad in the wild, you usually just want to let them go. You don't want to keep them because once you keep them as captive for more than 3 months, you can't release them. And technically, you shouldn't have Ohio amphibians or reptiles as pets. And what's cool about toads is their life cycle. You may have seen at Lake Loretta those little black tadpoles that's been in the lake. Those tadpoles are going to hatch into little teeny toadlets about this big. And it's going to take some time for them to get around this big. A toad can live in captivity for around 20 years. And another neat thing about toads, do you see how she's kind of walking? And a little hop. They're not the greatest of hoppers. They're more of a stalker. And let me show you. We have a little, see if she can eat on command. Sometimes they won't, but let's see what she does real quick. Whoop, she hopped. Oh, my goodness. There you go. Don't go that way. You'll hop off the little table. So we'll give it a couple seconds and see what she does. I fed her a little bit earlier today, so she may not be very hungry. And while we're waiting for this event to happen, I'm not going to touch her. She may hop. But you see those bumps on her back? All of those are poison glands. And toads are the only poisonous frogs that we have in Ohio. Now, in other countries, you know that there are other kind of poisonous frogs, but in Ohio, toads are the only poisonous frogs we have in Ohio. Sometimes a toad, when you catch them, they wet on you, they pee on you. And it's really not pee, and you can't get warts off of toads. It's just toads carry their water with them. Because usually you'll find a toad far away from a water source, and anytime it rains, they absorb that water back into their skin and to help them survive in drier conditions. It doesn't look like she's going to eat, though.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Scoot a little bit closer.
Yeah.
She's sitting very nice there.
She is. But she had a couple superworms earlier, so she may not want to. It's kind of fun
Is
sometimes.
it true when she does? Oh, she likes that, Laura.
Well, actually, it may look like, when you pet a dog or a cat and they lean into it and like, but she is exposing those 2 huge poison glands. So a dog or cat wouldn't want to eat these because it would make them very sick.
I think maybe she's looking at that superworm there.
What's cool about frogs is when they do eat, when they swallow, you can watch their eyes go down into their skull, and that helps them to swallow the food that they eat. Perhaps around late May, you would be hearing toads courting out in the lake. And it's a really nice little trill that you may hear. She's not going to eat.
All right. Well, Bertha, thank you so much for at least sitting there so still for us so that we can check out all of your little bumps and things there. And thank you, Laura, for your explanation. And look, she even looks, now she's liking it again. All right. And that's it for another Nature Tales.